But just a couple stories that I want to share real quickly that that I think really, at least to me, kind of demonstrate a little bit about what they're about. I remember when I was about, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old, and I was somewhere and I was kind of being a brat, which I guess was typical. Don't say anything. And I said something about where we lived and about how I kind of wasn't, I was like, you know, oh, I wish we lived somewhere else, you know, that sort of thing. And my dad has worked at the co-op for 8 years, long time. Lived in Keystone, a long time. And, you know, he's never had what you call a Christian job, Christian occupation. And my dad said to me, and you know, it didn't really hit me then, it hit me actually a lot of years later, because it was a lot of years later that I really understood what he said. He said, we live there because that's where God has called us. Now, he worked at a quote-unquote, or works at a quote-unquote non-Christian workplace. But it was his ministry. It's what God had called him to do. It wasn't just about, you know, working in communications. It was about being a Christian there. And I think that's why there's many people here tonight who have worked with him, because you've seen that in action. And that, many years later, taught me something very valuable. My freshman year of college, I was in Greenville, South Carolina, not at that university, at Furman University, and some of you will get it later. I promise it's funny. I was a freshman at Furman University, and I was on a baseball team there, and I was going to be making my first start as a pitcher. I was going to start my first game, and it was, I think the coach told me like on Sunday or something like that, and the game was on a Wednesday, right in the middle of the work week, and it's about 7.5 hours away, or 12 if you're with my dad, and I called him. I said, I'm making my first start on Wednesday. And, you know, there's no way, middle of the work week, whatever. And the game was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I just got done warming up down the bullpen. It was about 2:50, 2:55, and I'm walking into to the dugout. And I look over, and through the parking lot, here comes my dad, just striding away. There was no way he was going to miss that game. And after the game, which we won, by the way, he said, hey, love you, congratulations. Got in the car, drove back down to Keystone. And it's just like, man, you know, like Dwayne was saying earlier, I can't believe all the time that my parents have had for us growing up, all the time. I mean, it was nothing during the noon hour. My dad would say, okay, let's go down to batting cage. So me throw some batting ties. During the noon hour, let's play some catch, or let's do this. That was normal. That was just the way it was. And now I look back and think, man, how in the world did they do that? All those times for fishing and so forth and so on. And I remember my junior year of college, I think it was, my junior or maybe my senior year of college, before Selena and I got married, we were engaged, and she was working at Perkins, and I would go into Perkins and eat and watch her work. Yeah, that was nice. I was a kid that didn't have to work, and she was the one who did. But we were going to go back to Keystone for the weekend, and she didn't get off work till late. And so after work, we drove to Keystone. We got there about 1 or 2 in the morning, and we dropped by my parents' house real quick. And my mom, who's waiting for us on the couch, honey, I'm so sorry. I forgot to get you something to eat. I'm like, Mom, it's okay, you know, I'm like 22 years old, you know, I can kind of handle myself. I was like, well, let me take Selena home and be back. So I took Selena home, came back. Son, I made you some chocolate chip cookies. 2 o'clock in the morning. What in the world? I liked it, though. I wasn't going to complain. I liked it. But, you know, it's things like that. And I think about in high school, my freshman year of high school, David and Dwayne were up at Bob Jones, the other university, and my parents and I began talking about where I would go the next year, because at Wilkinson, and I'm talking for a long time right now, they only went up to 9th grade, and I began talking, you know, about what we would do the next year, and my parents said, hey, if you can go to Bowles, we'll make a way. And for 3 years, we went back and forth between Jacksonville and Keystone, and many times my mom was with me and my dad was in Keystone, and going back and forth, and I never realized then how much they sacrificed, but I realize it now. And I want to thank you so much, because it is what you did that taught me so much about what it means to be a father and to be a husband. And I know that I'll never compare it to you guys, but I tell you what, I sure want to try. And if I'm half the husband, half the father, then I'll be a great husband and a great father. And so we just want to thank you guys tonight. At this time, my parents are going to head over, and we're going to cut that beautiful cake, right? That's right. And I know that not all of you are going to be able to see, but after they cut the cake, we'll open this up. They're going to serve some cake and some coffee, and wake you guys up that I just put to sleep. And we'll have a time for you guys to come up here and be able to say a few words. So we'll go over there, right?